August 15, 1977, 10:16 p.m. A field in Delaware, Ohio. A radio telescope the size of 3 football fields is listening to the sky. It has been listening for years, and the sky says nothing. It always says nothing. But tonight, pointed toward the constellation Sagittarius, something arrives. 72 seconds. One razor-thin frequency, 30 times louder than the background hiss of the universe. And here's the thing, nobody hears it live. The Big Ear telescope has no speakers, no alarms. It quietly prints numbers onto paper, and the paper piles up. 3 days later, a volunteer astronomer named Jerry Ehman sits at his kitchen table, reviewing the stack. Column after column of 1s and 2s, cosmic static. And then his pen stops. 6 characters, 6 EQUJ5. He circles them in red ink, and in the margin he writes the most famous word in the history of listening, wow. This is the wow signal. The 72 seconds that might have been somebody saying hello. First, the code. Each character is signal strength, 1 to 9, then letters. A U means 30 times the background noise. In years of Big Ear data, nothing had ever climbed that high. This spike didn't just clear the bar, it vaporized it. Now the frequency, 1420 megahertz. If you know, you know. That's the hydrogen line, the natural hum of the most common atom in the universe. The one frequency every radio astronomer in the galaxy, any galaxy, would know. For decades, SETI scientists had predicted, if a civilization ever wanted to be found, this is the frequency they'd use. The cosmic watering hole. And the wow signal landed almost exactly on it. And one more thing. On Earth, that frequency is protected. Banned worldwide for transmitters. No radio station, no aircraft, no satellite is allowed to speak there. The channel is legally reserved for the universe. Now, the shape. The Big Ear doesn't move, the Earth turns it. So any true signal from the stars should sweep through the beam in exactly 72 seconds, rising, peaking, falling, like a lighthouse beam passing over you. Oh wow! Signal did exactly that. A textbook celestial curve. Whatever this was, it moved with the stars. Not with the Earth. Not with an orbit. With the sky itself. Which means 72 seconds is just how long the telescope could look. The signal could have been running for minutes. Hours. That is, we didn't hear the whole message. We heard the middle of something. Where did it come from? Sagittarius, toward the heart of the galaxy, near a star called Chi Sagittarii. Rich hunting ground, the densest star field in our sky. There is one wrinkle. The Big Ear had 2 listening horns, scanning minutes apart. The signal appeared in only one. It should have hit both unless the source switched off in between. Ambiguity number 1. File it. Now meet the man with the red pen. Jerry Ehman is no wide-eyed believer. He's precisely the opposite, a skeptic who will spend the next 4 decades trying to kill his own discovery. Suspect 1, an aircraft. No, planes cross the beam in seconds, not 72, and they're banned from that frequency anyway. Suspect 2, a satellite. No catalog satellite was there. The frequency is protected. And satellites move against the stars. This thing moved with them. Suspect 3, an earthly broadcast bouncing off space debris. Possible if you accept an illegal transmission, hitting exactly the right piece of junk, perfectly mimicking a celestial source. Ehman's verdict, strained. Then in 2017, headlines. Solved! A researcher claimed 2 passing comets wrapped in hydrogen gas did it. The internet celebrated. Case closed. Astronomers checked. The comets were orders of magnitude too faint and they weren't even in the beam that night. The solution quietly fell apart. Oh wow! Signal shrugged and went back to being unsolved. So we did the only thing you can do. We listened again. The Big Ear re-scanned that exact patch of sky more than 50 times. Silence. Then the heady machinery, the very large array, 27 dishes in the New Mexico desert. The Allen Telescope Array. Metascale surveys, decades of them, all pointed at the same coordinates. All heard nothing. The sky never said it again. One shout. Then 50 years of silence. Here's the uncomfortable question. Is a message that never repeats a message at all?
A narrow band carrier doesn't need words. It is the message. It says, someone built a transmitter, chose this exact frequency, and pointed it. The content is the choice.
Or, we caught the edge of someone's radar, a sweeping beam that touched Earth for 72 seconds, once the way a lighthouse passes a ship in the dark and never comes back around to us. Meanwhile, the telescope itself was living on borrowed time. The big gear ran on volunteers, spare parts, and stubbornness. The land under it was worth more than the science, said the accountants. In 1998, the only instrument in human history to hear row was bulldozed to expand a golf course. The sixth hole sits roughly where the horn used to listen. Sit with that. We heard something from the stars once, and we turned the ear into a fairway. But the story refused to die. In 2020, an amateur astronomer combing satellite star maps found, sitting quietly in the WOW beam's window, a sun-like star. Same temperature, same size, same class as ours. An address, at last, worth staring at. Telescopes have stared. No confirmed planets yet. No repeat signal. But for the first time in decades, the question has coordinates. And in 2024, a new natural suspect, a magnetar, a dying star's hypermagnetic corpse, flaring through a cold cloud of hydrogen, lighting it up like a one-time cosmic laser. It would explain the frequency, maybe even the one's ness. The jury is still out. Here's the scorecard. Any explanation must cover three things: the sacred frequency, the perfect celestial shape, and the silence ever since. Every candidate explains two. Nothing cleanly explains all three.
People want me to say it was aliens. I won't. People want me to say it was interference. I can't. The most honest thing I can tell you is it remains unexplained. That word is doing a lot of work, and it has been for 40 years.
Keep the scale in mind. We have seriously listened to a sliver of the sky on a sliver of frequencies for a sliver of time. Finding one shout in that sliver means one of two things. We got very lucky, or the universe is noisy, and we are mostly deaf. Which collides with the oldest question in the field: if the galaxy has other civilizations, where is everybody? 50 years on, the WOW signal is still the closest thing we have to an answer. And the answer might be, here once. If it happened today, it would be different. Automated alerts. A second observatory confirming within minutes. Your phone buzzing before dawn. In 1977, it was one man, one printout, and one red pen. That printout still exists, preserved in an archive in Ohio. 6 characters in fading ballpoint. Arguably the most important piece of paper in the history of astronomy, and it reads like a license plate. Jerry Ehman never claimed aliens. He claims something rarer: honesty. Every year someone asks him if we were hailed. Every year he gives the same answer: unexplained. Still, unexplained. And every clear night, Sagittarius rises. Somewhere in it, the spot. Observatories still swing past it, just in case. Amateurs park backyard dishes on it for years at a time, listening. Because whatever it was, a leaking military secret, a cosmic laser, or somebody's beacon, for 72 seconds in 1977 the universe cleared its throat. And we have spent every night since leaning forward, waiting for the sentence. This our last one. A fully provisioned ship was found sailing the Atlantic with nobody aboard, and the scariest theory is the most reasonable one. Cards on screen. Next time, November 22nd, 1987. Chicago. During the evening news, every TV screen in the city glitches, and a man in a plastic mask hijacks 2 broadcast stations in one night. The FCC hunts him for decades. He is never caught. The Max Headroom Incident. Keep looking up, keep listening, and subscribe. We broadcast on a very findable frequency.